Hey guys, long time no see. I wish I was returning to BookTube during happier times, but that is not the world we live in right now. And I feel like I need to address what's going on and just talk to you guys about it. I thought a lot about what my first video would be like when I return to BookTube. I haven't been posting for over a month, and after the killing of George Floyd, I didn't know if I wanted to come back to BookTube. I didn't know if making a video about this would come off as me trying to capitalize on this and get views. I didn't know if people would be angry that I didn't say anything or assume that because I'm silent on my YouTube channel that I'm not angry or doing anything to fight the injustice for Black people in America. And I've just been really anxious and insecure and not really sure how to best share my voice and whether or not my voice mattered. And I know a lot of other Black booktubers have talked about this on their channel and have done a better job than I will ever be able to do talking about these issues. And I will link their videos all down below because I definitely think if you haven't checked them out, they are worth your views probably more than my video is. I've basically come to the conclusion that I don't really care what anyone thinks, and I'm going to express my opinion and talk about these issues. And my YouTube channel is where I feel comfortable expressing my thoughts and my emotion, my sadness, and my rage about what is going on. So, yeah, I'm here. We're going to talk about a lot of the disappointing things I've seen on social media these past few weeks. One thing is, I really envy the people on this platform and on social media in general that are able to express themselves so quickly and come up with these very eloquent ways of saying things. And I have never been that person. I've always been a very quiet person, always thinking and listening, and have always been someone that takes a very long time to formulate what I want to say. And I think that that's the case with this video. I could have posted something a lot sooner, but I really wanted to recover my own mental health before I talked about this in my channel. I have been going through a lot of things emotionally about what's been going on. I feel rage and frustration for the fact that people still don't understand that this is a problem, and these are not just bad apple police officers that need to be removed from the force. This is a systematic problem that results in these officers still having a place to work and being allowed to continue this brutality despite having multiple problems. And I'm trying to come at this very calm, but these past couple of weeks have hit me pretty hard. I feel like I have been going crazy, feeling this extreme amount of emotion, and dealing with work where people just want to pretend like nothing's happening and pretend that my feelings about this are not justified. And that has really kind of taken me down a spiral of emotions, and that's kind of why I wanted to collect myself before speaking out. The problem is that what I have to say and me communicating all of these emotions, all the Black booktubers have said similar things The problem is that we have been saying this for decades. Black people in America have been talking about the injustices of our people for so long, and people have refused to listen to how we feel. And it frustrates me that now, all of a sudden, because there's irrefutable evidence of what we've been stating for so long, is now the reason why you decide to come out and show your support. And that has been really frustrating for me too, because it's like it does you never it's like a lot of people don't want to listen to what we have to say when when it's not affecting them. But when a black man is killed and people start burning down cities because they are frustrated by this, that is the only time when we actually are heard. And that's annoying. It's like, I hate the fact that our people have to resort to violence to have our voices heard, because that's what you guys listen to. That's what you see when it affects you, when we're burning down businesses, when your money and your wallets are affected. That's the only reason why people listen and why change is made. And that's frustrating. I can't even tell you, like, I have been off of BookTube for almost 6 weeks, and I have gained probably the most subscribers I have in a long time. In fact, since I did another video about race on BookTube, and it's like, I don't know whether these new people watching are actually here for my content. I really hope that the people that have subscribed to me in the last 2 weeks are here for the right reasons, and I don't want to assume anything. I just hope that the people that are showing their support actually mean it this time. That after these protests stop and things die down, that people will go back to supporting these problematic companies, or you don't actually follow through with any of the things that you're saying. And I I have hope for this movement. I attended a protest in Atlanta, and to see all of those people marching and saying George Floyd's name, saying Breonna Taylor's name, it gave me hope. It did. And it was something I needed to do. I just really hope that the words you speak and the things that people are saying on social media actually mean something, and that it's going to be followed through with action. Yeah, so there are things I want to mention that have been going on in the BookTube community. I'm sure if you are on Twitter or have been following the conversation at all, you're familiar with the situation that happened with BookOutlet, where where someone reached out to BookOutlet on Twitter asking a very simple question as to why there was a very evident lack of diversity on their vlogger friends page, which is basically their page where they promote different YouTubers as like a partnership agreement. And there's only one black tuber on that vlogger friends called Naya Reads and Smiles, and she basically called them out and told them to cancel her contract. And I'll put her video down below where she kind of comments on the whole situation. So when I heard about the whole BookOutlet situation, I was very frustrated and very disturbed by the type of language they used to describe why they didn't have any more blogger friends that were more diverse. And quite frankly, I was not at all impressed by their lame apology. It was very weak, in my opinion, and they pretty much just eliminated the whole vlogger friends altogether. The page no longer exists on their website. So it's like, another FU to the Black community, because now they're just going to pretend like it never existed, like it was never a problem. And it sounds kind of familiar, like all of the erasure of people of color talking about these issues and people ignoring them and pretending like they don't exist. And that is exactly what BookOutlet is doing. They have completely removed the blogger friends from their website. I don't think they will ever bring it back. And if they do, it'll be a while before when all of this dies down, and I bet you there won't be any more diversity than there was to begin with. They don't plan on adding any more Black booktubers to the list, because if they did, that would have been the first thing they would have said in their apology. They would have listed Black booktubers that they're going to add to the blogger friends list. They didn't do that. So BookOutlet, you have lost me as a customer, you've lost a lot of people as a customer, and you have lost all of my respect. I will never be buying another book from you, and I don't care what you do to try to make this up. What you did was disgusting, unfair, and just completely ridiculous. I can't imagine what was going through their head when they decided to put out that statement. Family friendly and booktubers that don't use explicit content, when one booktuber asks why there isn't any more diversity on your vlogger friends. Like, what went through your mind? Are you that insensitive or that oblivious to what is going on and how that would appear? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you really just wanted to say an F you to the community. Like, I just don't get it. And it's people and companies like that that are hurting our cause and that are not supporting the cause and making these situations worse for Black people all around America. And I am not going to put up with it anymore. I am not going to spend my money with these companies anymore. And I am done. You want to pretend like I don't exist? I'll pretend like you don't. And the sad part is, I clearly saw the lack of diversity on their vlogger friends channel, like on their vlogger friends, and I still continue to purchase books from BookOutlet, and there's no excuse for that. I was more interested in getting a good deal on a book versus thinking and supporting Black booktubers that were missing from that page. And that is something I am grappling with and dealing with. And I have come to terms that I need to look at myself too and see who I'm supporting and what companies I am giving my money to. Because, like I said, money is all that matters. Money is the only thing that drives change in this country. So you affect those rich white men's wallets, and miraculously change occurs. I have thought about ways that I can really show support through what I spend my money on. And I've decided that for the foreseeable future, not just for this year, but for as long as it takes until I see change, I am only going to be purchasing books by Black authors to show my support and to show publishing companies that's where my money is going. And I want to see change in the publishing industry. I want to see more Black editors. I want to see more Black people in boardrooms making the decisions. And I want to see Black authors getting the marketing that they deserve on their books. So that is something I've decided. And if there is another book that I feel like I have to have, I have decided that I'm going to be purchasing it only from a Black owned bookstore. So there's kind of like a caveat, but I really do want to just focus on supporting Black authors or authors of color in these marginalized groups. So that is something I have just wanted to do, and I think it's the best option for me at this point. I want to show my support for those authors, and I want to let them know that that's where I want to spend my money. So, yeah. So, that's all I want to talk about today. I don't know when I will be back on this channel. I am going to try to post again. I really want to post a video about books that I've talked about in the past that apparently no one was listening to begin with, that aren't sold out, that you should check out. So there are a ton of books that talk about issues of race, whether it's nonfiction or in a fictionalized way, and I want to help promote those books. So yeah, who knows when I'll be back on this channel, who knows what kind of mood I'll be in, but again, I just want to thank you for watching. If you are watching, I hope you're listening, and I hope you're taking action. And yeah, I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.